If you're looking for one of the easiest credit card setups with great multipliers, perks and benefits, and most importantly, a really affordable price, then you need to stick around and learn about the Chase Trifecta. The Chase Trifecta is by far the best setup if you're just starting out with credit cards and are looking for a simple, long-term solution. Or perhaps you're looking to just simplify your wallet. The Trifecta consists of the Chase Freedom Flex, the Freedom Unlimited, and your choice of either the Sapphire Preferred or the Sapphire Reserve, because you can only have one Sapphire card at a time. With these cards in your wallet, you're going to have a really powerful Chase points earning setup. And towards the end of the video, I'll tell you about how you can make this a 4-card setup. Let's start off by talking about the cards that make up this Trifecta. First up, we have the Chase Freedom Flex, which is a no annual fee card. The main selling point for this card is that it earns 5% back on rotating quarterly categories throughout the year. For the month of January through March of 2024, you'll be earning 5% back at grocery stores excluding Walmart and Target, fitness clubs and gym memberships, and finally self-care and spa services. This multiplier is capped at $1,500 each quarter, which is a bummer. But on the bright side, you will be earning 5% back on all purchases made through the Chase Travel Portal, 3% back on restaurants and drugstores, and 1% back on everything else. Although this card is a no annual fee card and it's not a travel card, it does come with a nice amount of insurance and protections. In our credit card setup, this card is our wild card, paying for sometimes random things that will earn us extra points. The next card in the Chase Trifecta is the Freedom Unlimited. This card also has no annual fee. The points multipliers on this card are very similar to the ones on the Freedom Flex. Both cards earn 5% back on purchases made through the Chase Travel Portal and 3% back on restaurants and drugstores. But this is where the Freedom Unlimited differs. With this card, you don't have rotating categories, but instead earn a flat 1.5% back on all purchases, which makes this card our catch-all card. If you're unfamiliar, a catch-all card is the card we use when we don't have another credit card that will earn elevated points. Most cards that earn rewards will earn at least 1% or 1x back on every purchase. So generally, we look for our catch-all card to earn more than that. In the Chase setup, that card is the Freedom Unlimited with 1.5x back on all purchases. In the Amex Trifecta, it's the Blue Business Plus that earns 2x back on all purchases, or the Citi Double Cash card, which earns 2x back on all purchases in the Citi Trifecta. And lastly, the Freedom Unlimited also offers a pretty nice range of insurance and protections. Also, it's worth noting that while these cards list their rewards as cash back, you will first earn Chase Ultimate Reward points, then have the option to cash those points out at 1 cent per point into your bank account, giving you cash back. Or you can use those points towards travel inside of the Chase Travel Portal. Now, we could stop there. If you don't travel much and plan to take your rewards as cash back, then you could stop there and stick with those cards. It's a free setup with some really nice multipliers for everyday use. But if you want to add the travel element to your setup, then you're going to want to get the Chase Sapphire Preferred with a $95 annual fee or the Chase Sapphire Reserve with a $550 annual fee. Both cards are great travel credit cards, with the Sapphire Preferred being a mid-tier travel credit card and the Sapphire Reserve being a premium travel credit card. I personally have the Sapphire Preferred, so let's start there and take a look at what it has to offer. The Sapphire Preferred has an annual fee of $95 and a current welcome offer of 60,000 ultimate reward points after spending $4,000 in the first 3 months of card ownership. With the Sapphire Preferred, you're going to earn 5x back on purchases made inside of the Chase Travel Portal, 3x back on dining and online groceries, excluding Target, Walmart, and Whole Food Clubs, 3x back on select streaming, 2x back on all other travel, meaning travel-related purchases made outside of the Chase Travel Portal, then 1x back on everything else. Now, when you move into higher-end credit cards like this one, you're going to start getting access to perks and benefits. On the Sapphire Preferred, you're going to receive a $50 hotel credit that'll go towards purchases made inside of the Chase Travel Portal. This is a great benefit that helps us offset our annual fee and lower our effective annual fee. You'll also have access to another great benefit that gives you 25% more value when you redeem your points through the Chase Travel Portal. For example, our 60,000 point welcome offer would be worth $750 inside of the Chase Travel Portal. That gives us a base redemption of 1.25 cents per point, which is pretty good. Another key benefit that this card offers is the ability to transfer our points out to transfer partners. Chase transfer partners include United, Hyatt, Marriott, Southwest, and more. You'll also receive more comprehensive insurance and protections geared towards travel. There's also no foreign transaction fee on this card, which makes it great for international travel. Now, the Sapphire Preferred is great, but you'll quickly see what sets a premium travel credit card apart. The Sapphire Reserve has a hefty $550 annual fee. This card has the same welcome offer as the Sapphire Preferred of 60,000 ultimate reward points after spending $4,000 in the first 3 months of card ownership. With this card, you're going to earn 10x back on hotels, excluding the luxury hotels and resorts collection, and rental cars booked through the Chase Travel Portal, 5x back on flights booked through the portal, 10x back on Chase dining purchases, 3x back on dining, then 1x back on everything else. Now, the Sapphire Reserve offers a much larger travel credit of $300, which can be used just about anywhere. That's right, unlike the Sapphire Preferred, the Sapphire Reserve's travel credit can be used outside of the Chase Travel Portal. This is awesome because credit card travel portals don't always have the best redemptions. Because of that, Chase claims this to be the most flexible travel credit available, and I would agree. Unlike most travel credits, you can use this credit to purchase flights, book hotel rooms, cruises, discount travel sites, and much more. Chase has a very broad view of what travel is in relation to this credit. Now, the Sapphire Reserve also offers a points bonus when booking through the Chase Travel Portal. On this card, it's a 50% bonus, or 1.5 cents per point. This is a really great cent per point ratio and actually makes the Chase Travel Portal a competitive way to book redemptions. Generally, I try to make sure I get at least 1 cent per point for my credit card point redemptions, and it usually takes a little bit of hunting to find a 1.5 cent per point redemption. So it's great to be able to book travel effortlessly at 1.5 cents per point. And like the Sapphire Preferred, the Sapphire Reserve has access to that same list of transfer partners, which you can use to transfer points out to. Just keep in mind that you'll want to make sure your point redemption is at least 1.5 cents per point or better, just to make sure you're maximizing your points. Now, oftentimes with premium travel credit cards, we get lots of lounge access, but I think this is one area the Sapphire Reserve falls a little bit short. You do get a Priority Pass membership, as well as access to the Chase Sapphire Lounge, which includes the newly opened lounge at LaGuardia, but there is no access to any airline lounges, like the United Club Lounge. In comparison, the Amex Platinum card gives you access to the Delta Sky Club, which is a great lounge and can be found at just about any airport. And to wrap up the Sapphire Reserve, you're going to receive a global entry TSA PreCheck or Nexus credit, no foreign transaction fee, access to the luxury hotels and resorts collection, and a lot of insurance and protections. Now, the beauty of the Chase Trifecta is how affordable it can be while still giving you crazy great benefits and rewards. With the Sapphire Preferred as your travel credit card, you'll only be paying $95 a year for this trifecta. And with the Sapphire Reserve, you'll be paying $550 a year. Both of those numbers beat what you would pay if you had the Amex trifecta. That setup consists of the Platinum card costing $695, the Gold card costing $250, and the Blue Business Plus with no annual fee. That totals $945. Now, while the Amex trifecta does cost more, there are quite a few more benefits and credits offered on the Amex cards to help lower your effective annual fee. Do your own research and find the cards that best fit your spending habits as well as your travel habits. I have a number of videos on this channel talking about those cards. I'll link them under the subscribe button. Alright, so let's say you've had the Chase Trifecta for a while now, but you want to know some ways you could improve this card setup. A great option is to add one of Chase's business credit cards. Chase offers 4 business credit cards that earn ultimate reward points. Those cards are the Ink Cash and the Ink Unlimited with no annual fee, the Ink Preferred with a $95 annual fee, and the Ink Premier with a $195 annual fee. These cards offer additional multipliers that you can use to rack up even more points. Take for instance the Ink Cash card, which earns 5% or 5x back on office supply stores, internet, cable, and phone services, while the Ink Preferred offers 3% or 3x back on shipping purchases, advertising purchases made with social media sites and search engines, internet, cable, and phone services, as well as travel. The Ink Preferred also offers the same 25% points bonus that the Sapphire Preferred does. So you could sub out the Sapphire Preferred for the Ink Preferred if it makes sense for your spending habits. Now, one thought you might be having is, how do I get a business credit card? Well, actually, it's easier than you think. If you have any kind of side business, like mowing lawns, photography, or even a freelance business, you can usually get approved for a business credit card. You don't need to have an employer identification number or EIN when applying. You can actually just use your social security number and apply as a sole proprietor. You don't even need to be making an income with your business currently. They will want to know an estimate of what you think you'll be making, as well as how much you plan to spend. Credit card issuers use the term business pretty loosely during the application process. Obviously, it's not a guarantee that you'll get approved, but it's worth a shot and see what happens. So let's put an example setup together and take a look at all the possible points earning categories that we would have. Let's say we have the Freedom Flex, the Freedom Unlimited, the Sapphire Reserve, and let's add the Ink Cash Business Card. Starting with the highest multipliers and working our way down, we would be earning 10x back on hotels and rental cars booked through the Chase Travel Portal, 10x back on Chase Dining, 5x back on flights booked through the Chase Travel Portal, 5x back on rotating categories, 5x back on office supply stores, 5x back on internet, cable, and phone services, 3x back at drugstores, 3x back on dining, 3x back on all travel purchases, 2x back on gas stations, and 1.5% back on everything else. All of that for $550, which is a great deal. There is really no limit to what you can do with the Chase Trifecta, but keep in mind Chase 524. For those who don't know, Chase 524 is an application rule that states you won't be approved for a Chase credit card if you've been approved for 5 or more credit cards in the past 24 months from any credit card issuers, not just Chase. It is an annoying rule, but there is a caveat to it, and it has to do with business credit cards. As long as you are under 524, meaning you've only applied for 4 or more credit cards in the past 24 months, then you can apply for a business credit card without it using one of those 524 slots. So if you're thinking about getting a business credit card, as well as a few personal cards, it might make sense to get the business card first, then go ahead and get the other cards after that. Once you're at or over 524, you won't be approved for a business or a personal credit card from Chase. What is your favorite credit card setup? Are you a Chase Trifecta fan? Or do you like another credit card setup like the Amex Trifecta? Comment down below. If you've made it this far, you must have liked the video, so hit the thumbs up as well as the subscribe button to see more content like this in the future. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.